Oh, hi kids! I'm Larry the Cucumber. If you're like me, then you love to draw. And chances are, even if you're not like me, you'll love to draw. But one thing's for sure, if you love to draw, you love to draw me. That's why I, in cooperation with the Society for the Promotion of Artistic Rendering of Fruits and Vegetables, or SPARFV, have teamed up to bring you How to Draw Me, How to Draw Me, How to Draw Me. And now, to lead you through the step-by-step method for drawing me is the president of SPARFV, Mr. Tim Hodge, coming to us live via real-time video link. Say hi to the kids, Tim.
Larry, I'm not the president of SPARF. I'm an artist here, Big Idea.
That's SPARFV.
SPARFV.
That's better. Well, Tim, since it always helps with the credibility thing artistically to be teamed up with an artistic society, I started SPARFV and made you the president.
Well, gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well then, what do you say we get started?
Whatever you say, Mr. President.
Thanks, Larry. Hi, kids. Well, my very first act as president of SPARF, SPARFV, is to show you all how to draw some of the VeggieTales characters. You'll also be learning some drawing techniques from some of the other very talented artists here at Big Idea. Hey, Larry, you gonna stick around and draw with us?
You bet, Tim. What do I gotta do?
I'm glad you asked. I was just getting ready to tell all the kids at home just what they're gonna need.
Great.
Well, first of all, you're going to need some paper to draw on. Now, nothing too small or too slick, just some paper from your printer could work fine, or you could go to an art store and get a nice art pad. And of course, next you'll need a pencil. You don't need anything fancy, just a good pencil that draws nice and dark. You got that, Larry?
Got it.
Great. Well, we're going to start off today doing something real simple, but he's one of the most popular veggies around. In fact, he's been around since the very first episode, and he's one of the nicest, smartest, best looking tomatoes you're ever going to meet.
But
don't worry, Larry, we're going to draw you soon enough. Now, you all know Bob, I'm sure, and we've seen him with a lot of different expressions. And since he doesn't have hands or even a body, most of his expressions come through his eyes. All right, so let's get started. Okay, like I said, Bob's just basically a circle. So we're going to start with one big circle here right in the middle of the page. And like always, draw kind of light because we're not going to use all these lines later. Now, he's not a perfect circle. If he was, he'd be kind of boring. In fact, if it's a little bit flattened out on the sides and the top, not quite an oval, just kind of a flattened circle. In fact, even if it looks a little lopsided, but that's intentional. That gives him a little personality. And I'm going to draw him straight on, straight looking at you. It'll be a little bit easier to start off since he's our first one. Now, Bob has, like everybody else, two eyes right here in the middle. Come down about halfway. So about halfway through this circle, that's where his eyes are going to sit. And they're like two big egg shapes. We're going to make Bob really happy today. Usually he's a little uptight about something, but he's in a good mood. And right in the middle, before we get too many lines in here, let's put his nose. His nose is almost right in the center. See, if I measure it halfway from side to side and top to bottom, his nose is right there, and inside his nose is almost a perfect circle. There, see that? Okay. Let's put his eyelids in, because they give him a lot of personality, a lot of expression. Up near the top is kind of his eyelid. From the top of his eye here, it's almost like a moon shape on its side. See that? That crescent shape there. And the same on this one, a little bit lower. Let's not make it too even. Yeah. And I'm putting it a little bit darker on this bottom side. Kind of creates a little bit of shadow, because you know Bob has that little ridge where the thickness of his eyelids show. And I usually don't darken this line between his eyes too much. Let's go ahead and draw the sides of his eyes. And today I'm not going to draw his bottom eyelids because I want his eyes to be open really wide. There. And right in the middle, not right in the center of his eye, just a little bit off center.